Here's the first video of my shop series. Believe it or not, I have cleaned this a little bit. It's pretty cluttered. I pushed everything inside so I could beat the snowstorm, but nothing got put in a very organized fashion. So I got to kind of work around what I got here. I've been putting quite a few hours on this snow blower here. And I did break the drive belt, but I did have one replacement for that, but now it no longer has a reverse. So I have the proper part coming for the reverse for that. But I think we'll have another snow event here before those parts get here. So I did pick up a lawn tractor on Marketplace here. It was a pretty reasonable buy. So I do have that snow blower. It's just a single stage, but what I intend to do here is I'm going to take this one. It's been sitting for quite a while, so I think it's able to spin, but I think it's a little rusted up right now, so I'm gonna have to take things apart here and make sure like the bearings and stuff aren't completely shot. But right now I'm just gonna try to put them together. Well, I have the blower put on the tractor now. I had to do a little bit of modification on the lift mechanism. This one here is the snow blower is for the old style round fendered 110, and the difference in the tractors are, let me put my light down, let's see if I can get this to shine here, is this spacing here between these two pieces is the factory spacing for a 110 for it to bolt onto their mounts, a 110 round fender. And then this here is a 112 square fender. Right there's the body for it. That's the fenders. And then again, my junk pile over there, I got that one in that pile there. That's the one that actually had the blower on it previously. But the lift mechanisms were different. I had built a mechanism for that one, but this one here is the tractor I bought on Marketplace, and it actually came with the lift mechanism. This piece here is the lift mechanism for the blade or the blower, and then there's a bar that goes underneath and hooks to the same lever that controls lifting the deck. And I'll try to set you up here so I can show you it lifting. Well, here's an angle from the seat. This is the handle that you use to lift the mower deck. So that's the same handle that lifts the blade or the snow blower. So I think I have it properly adjusted now. I might want to put heavier springs up there for helpers, but it does lift pretty decent. I'm kind of sitting at a weird angle on the tractor here, but you pull it back and then it lifts. So I think that'll work, and then it'll lock up too if you pull it back just like the mower deck does, and then release the handle. Then it'll find that spot where it locks in. And then also I did lube up the spout, so I should be able to turn that. This one here, you push it in and that unlocks it, and then give it a tap. So the spout works and everything. So the blower's all mounted up and lubed up and ready to go. I just got to put things back together on the tractor end here. I have the body off of it so I could get down in here to do some adjusting. This here's the pin. This here's the pin that hooks to the bar that actually lifts the blower. That's the whole lift mechanism. That's all the lifting of the deck and everything too. Pieces in there other than a few pieces I took off. So I think I got everything set pretty good for lifting it. So, well, I was trying to put the body on, and it's got 4 holes, so it actually goes on and comes off pretty easy. It's just a rubber mount there on each side of the tractor, and then a rubber mount in the back. But when I was trying to put the body on, I slipped a little bit, and I didn't have the park brake knob taken off, and I hit it, and I knocked the park brake off and broke the bar that the knob hook is screwed onto. And for the park brake to be off, it's got to be lifted up and then locked into this position. And then when you set the park brake, then you just release this, and then it falls down, and then a cog in there will lock the foot pedal into place for a park brake. But now I cannot latch that up into place, so I won't be able to move. So I ended up having to take the body back off, and now I got to try to get in there and see what it takes to fix that. Again, I have 2 other tractors, and if I do need that bar that's in there and the knob, I should have 2 replacements on hand, but I just didn't want to tear 2 more or another tractor apart plus this one to get this going. So I'm not really in need of a park brake. So I'm hoping that I can get in there and then just disconnect whatever mechanism that is that latches the park brake in, and then just go without one on this machine. So start to dig into it a little deeper. I think I got to, I'll try looking from underneath, but I think I have to take the battery out and the battery tray. But for sure the battery's got to come out to get in there to get at that bar to see if there's a way to lock that into position. So we'll try a little something here, and we'll see if I can get it going. Well, after digging around, I did find the little rod that knob was on. There's no more threads on it, so I won't be able to just put a knob on there. I don't know if I got a tap and die set that would go that small. But I got the light over here. Yeah, I know my shop is dark. But I did find how it comes through here. It's kind of hard to get down in there, but if that lights up enough to show on camera. But yeah, there's the piece where you let go of it and then it slides down like that, and then that's park that holds that little Must be a little cog or a paw or whatever in place that holds the pedal in the brake position for park. But I should not need that, so I was wondering if there's a way I could just wire that or zip tie that into place until I can find a I think all I need to do is rethread the end of that and put a sorry about all the shaking here. But I should be able to put some threads on that and then screw either just some nuts and a washer on there so it doesn't fall back through again, and kind of hold it in place. Or maybe I could get one of the knobs off the other tractors, I guess. I'll grab that other ball and see. I don't think I'd be able to get that piece out of that ball. So I did find the ball for it. And if you look, you can see where that rust is on that, on where, if I can point to it, it's awful small here. That rust right above my fingernail. So that has been cracked a while. And then there's the new brake right there. So it didn't take much of a bump to break it. So I don't know if I put that in the, maybe if I put the ball in the vise and screw on that nut a little bit, maybe that will come out of there. And then if I rethread this enough, I think I should be able to, oops. If I rethread this right here, like this, if I rethread this, I should be able to screw this back on. But I don't have a tap and die set that goes that small, I don't think. Not that small. I might be able to do 1/2 or 3/8, but that's got to be 1/4. Yeah, that's got to be 1/4 20. So, well, I'll see if I can lock it up into place and we'll deal with it later. Well, I couldn't just quit on that, but I did break that loose and tried to do this one-handed here. Screw that out. So the ball isn't broke or wrecked, so that's good threads in there. So if I just rethread that, I should be able to go back to it again. So that crisis is averted for now. Well, now we're old school farming. They just put a little wire around that so that little rod can't push back and unlatch from there. Plus it's got pressure pulling it this way so it can't drop down. So just kind of wrapped it around. There's a hole underneath the dash here that I can wrap around it, and then it came around over here. Just kind of wrapped it around that bolt, and then I'll just leave it like that, and then the platform or deck, then the deck can just sit on it, and that should keep me going until I can, I think what I'll do is buy the matching tap and die for that size. That way I can put it in the set so I got both sides. And then I'll clean this off and then I'll rethread that and then I'll just screw that ball back on there.